Okay, so have you ever gotten an answer from like an AI
Hmm.
and thought like, is this really right? Like, should I double check this?
Yeah,
It's tough to know when to trust those AI-generated insights, right?
right.
Well, that's exactly the problem that's tackled in the research paper we're diving into today.
Okay.
It's called Language Models Prefer What They Know Relative Confidence Estimation via Confidence Preferences.
Yeah.
So,
It's an interesting one.
it is.
What's so interesting about this paper is it kind of goes beyond just asking the AI, hey, how sure are you?
Right.
Because as it turns out, that often leads to some unreliable results.
Right, like asking someone for directions and they're like, oh yeah, I'm super confident, 9 out of 10.
Yeah.
Even when they're clearly lost.
Totally.
Not helpful.
Not helpful at all.
So this absolute confidence estimation just doesn't cut it.
Yeah.
What's the alternative?
Well, that's where this relative confidence estimation comes in.
Okay.
So instead of seeking like a single confidence score,
Mhm.
it's more about understanding the AI's strengths and weaknesses.
Okay.
Like judging a student not by a single test score, but by how they perform relative to others on various topics.
I like that analogy.
Yeah.
So instead of a single grade, we're looking at the student's class rank
Right.
to see where they truly excel.
Exactly.
Okay, but how do we even get that kind of comparison from an AI?
Well, researchers have come up with a clever way to gather what they call confidence preferences
Okay.
from the AI.
Okay.
So imagine presenting the AI with two questions and asking,
Yeah.
which of these are you more confident in answering correctly?
Okay.
And by doing this with numerous question pairs,
Mm-hmm.
we start to see a pattern emerge.
So it's like building a sort of confidence tournament for the AI.
Exactly.
But how do we go from these comparisons to an actual measure of confidence that we can trust?
That's where things get really interesting.
Okay.
They use methods borrowed from, believe it or not, competitive gaming. Yes, specifically ranking systems like the ELO rating, which is used in chess,
Okay.
and the Bradley-Terry model.
Hold on, ranking AI confidence like chess players. I
Yeah.
need to hear more about this.
Think about it this way.
Okay.
Each question becomes like a player in a tournament.
Okay.
As the AI makes these confidence comparisons,
Yeah.
it's essentially saying which player or question it thinks would win in a head-to-head match.
Okay, so the more an AI wins these confidence face-offs,
Yes.
the higher it climbs the confidence ladder.
Exactly.
But wouldn't that assume that the AI's ability stays the same?
Yeah.
Like a chess player having like a consistent skill level?
That's a great point. And it highlights why they also explore the true skill system.
Okay.
So unlike ELO, true skill acknowledges that our certainty about an AI's ability can change over time.
Okay.
Like a new chess player whose true skill is still being revealed.
So true skill is saying, okay, the AI aced these science questions, so we're pretty sure it's strong there. But it fumbled those history questions, so we're less certain about its history knowledge.
Exactly.
That's like saying, we're 80% sure the AI is great at this type of task,
Right.
but only 50% sure about that one.
Yeah, and that kind of probabilistic approach is particularly relevant to the real world, where AI often encounters these novel situations
Yeah.
and its capabilities are constantly evolving.
Right, constantly learning.
Exactly.
This is already blowing my mind, but before we get too deep into the technical weeds,
Sure.
I want to pull back for a second.
Okay.
Why should all of this matter to someone listening?
Yeah.
What's the big picture impact of having AI that can judge its own confidence?
If we can get AI to accurately signal when it's unsure,
Mm-hmm.
it completely transforms how we use it.
Okay.
Imagine getting an answer from an AI
Yeah.
and knowing right away whether to trust it completely
Okay.
or to dig a little deeper
Mm-hmm.
or seek out human expertise.
Yeah.
It could revolutionize decision-making in countless fields.
It's like having an AI partner who can say, hey, I'm 99% sure about this financial projection.
Right.
But that marketing strategy,
Yeah.
I'm only 60% confident, so let's get a second opinion.
Exactly, and that's just the start.
Yeah.
The implications for safety reliability and even ethical AI development are enormous.
Huge.
But to truly understand the potential, we need to kind of dive into the specific findings of this research.
Okay, I'm on the edge of my seat here.
Right.
Let's see what they discover.
Let's do it. This research revealed some seriously impressive results.
Okay.
Across a range of tasks and AI models, relative confidence estimation consistently boosts the accuracy of the AI's self-assessment.
So it's not just theory,
Yeah.
it actually works.
Yeah, it actually works.
Give me some specifics.
Sure.
How much better did these AIs get at knowing when they were right?
Take the Llama 3.1405B model, for example.
Okay.
By using relative confidence, its accuracy jumped by a significant 6.1%.
Wow.
compared to traditional direct questioning.
6.1%.
Yeah.
That's a huge leap forward in terms of AI being able to signal its reliability.
It really is.
Were all the AIs they tested that dramatically improved?
While most models saw significant gains,
Okay.
it's not a one-size-fits-all situation.
Yay.
Interestingly, Claude 3.5 Sonnet,
Mm-hmm.
already known for decent confidence judgment,
Mm-hmm.
showed less dramatic improvement.
So it seems some AIs are naturally more introspective than others. Like
Yeah.
some people are just better at gauging their own knowledge.
I think that's a good way to put it.
But even for those AIs, this relative approach still offered some benefit.
Absolutely.
Now, there are a couple of surprising findings in this
Yeah.
that really challenge our assumptions about AI.
Uh-huh.
Remember chains of thought?
Yes.
That technique where we prompt the AI to explain its reasoning,
Right.
like show your work.
Yeah.
I always figured more thinking equals more certainty, right?
You would think so.
Yeah.
But the research found that chains of thought didn't always improve confidence. And in some cases, they even made things worse.
Interesting. So it's like that saying, sometimes I think, and sometimes I just think I think.
Right.
Even AI can fall into the trap of overthinking and getting tangled in its own logic.
It seems so.
What else surprised the researchers?
Another key insight was the crucial role the AI's OWN answers play in its confidence judgments.
Okay.
When the AI couldn't access its own responses, its ability to assess its confidence plummeted.
So it's like trying to grade your own test without seeing what you actually wrote down. You need that feedback loop to truly evaluate yourself.
That feedback loop is essential.
Makes sense now. Back to those ranking systems you mentioned.
Yes.
Elo, TrueSkill, Bradley, Terry.
Yeah.
Did they find a clear winner in terms of which one worked best?
While all three improved confidence scores,
Right.
TrueSkill consistently emerged as the top performer.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Why do you think that is?
TrueSkill's advantage likely stems from its probabilistic nature. Instead of assuming that an AI's ability is fixed, it models it as a distribution,
Okay.
acknowledging that our certainty about an AI's skills can change over time.
So instead of saying this AI is good at math,
Yeah.
TrueSkill is more nuanced. Like,
Right.
we're 80% sure this AI excels at calculus, but less certain about its geometry skill.
Exactly.
Okay.
That flexibility and constant recalibration seem to be crucial for accurately mapping an AI's confidence.
Mm-hmm.
It's like having a dynamic ranking system
Yeah.
that updates in real time as the AI learns and evolves.
This is all fascinating, but let's step back and look ahead.
Sure.
What does the future hold for this research?
Well, they propose some really exciting avenues for future exploration.
Okay.
One is refining how they get those relative confidence judgments from the AI.
Okay.
So instead of simply asking which question it's more confident about,
Uh-huh.
they suggest allowing for more nuanced responses,
Okay.
like indicating equal confidence, or even comparing across multiple questions.
So instead of a simple head-to-head, it's more like a multiplayer AI confidence tournament,
Exactly.
revealing an even deeper understanding of the AI's internal sense of certainty.
That's the goal.
What else are they excited about?
They're also keen to explore different methods for rank aggregation.
Okay.
You know, that process of converting the AI's comparisons into a usable confidence score.
Right.
They specifically mentioned a technique called rank centrality,
Okay.
which uses a network approach to analyze the relationships between questions and the AI's confidence judgments.
Ooh, that sounds complex but powerful.
It is.
It's like they're constantly searching for the most refined recipe to cook up reliable AI self-awareness.
I like that analogy.
And it's not just about improving existing techniques, right?
Yeah.
They're also thinking about entirely new applications for this relative confidence approach.
Exactly. Imagine moving beyond multiple choice questions
Okay.
and applying this to long-form AI writing.
Whoa.
Essays, articles, even creative stories.
That would be a game changer.
It would.
Imagine an AI writing an entire report.
Yeah. And being able to pinpoint the sections where it's most or least confident.
Exactly. It could flag areas that need fact-checking,
Okay.
identify arguments that need more support,
Yeah.
or even highlight creative flourishes that it's particularly proud of.
That's incredible.
It is.
It would be like having a built-in AI editor
Yeah.
that can not only craft text, but also provide insightful commentary on its own work.
I think we're headed in that direction.
But wouldn't judging confidence in a long piece of writing be way more challenging than just choosing the right answer in a multiple-choice question?
It definitely presents new challenges.
Yeah.
One of the key differences is that a long text can have different levels of uncertainty associated with different aspects of the writing.
Can you give me an example of what you mean?
Sure, the AI might be very confident about the overall structure and flow of its writing,
Okay.
but less confident about the factual accuracy of certain details.
Okay.
Or it might nail the emotional tone it's going for.
But be less certain about whether it's using the most effective word choices.
So it's not just about overall confidence,
Right.
but confidence in different dimensions of the writing.
Exactly.
How did the researchers propose to tackle that?
They suggest tailoring the relative confidence prompts to target specific attributes of the writing.
Okay.
So instead of just asking, which text are you more confident in,
Yeah.
we could ask things like, which text is more factually accurate?
Okay.
Or which text has a stronger emotional impact?
Ah, that's clever.
Yeah.
It's like having separate confidence meters for different aspects of the writing,
Yes.
giving us a much richer understanding of the AI's self-assessment.
Precisely. It's like having an AI writing coach
Yeah.
that can give targeted feedback saying, you nailed the storytelling here, but double check your facts in this paragraph.
It's all seriously mind-blowing.
It is exciting stuff.
It seems like this research has the potential to revolutionize not just how we measure AI confidence, but also how we train and develop AI to be more reliable and effective partners in the future.
I agree, but there's even more to uncover.
Okay.
This research also hints at the potential of relative confidence estimation
Okay.
for improving AI training and aligning AI's goals with our own values.
Now that's where things get really interesting.
It is.
How could knowing an AI's confidence level actually make it better at what it does?
Think back to those rankings of questions by difficulty that we discussed earlier.
Okay.
If we can pinpoint which questions an AI consistently struggles with,
Yeah.
we can tailor its training to focus on those specific areas.
So it's like creating a personalized curriculum for the AI,
Exactly.
targeting its weak points and helping it level up its skills where it matters most.
It's a form of curriculum learning,
Okay.
a highly effective way to accelerate learning by focusing on the areas where the AI needs the most help.
That makes a lot of sense. And if you combine that with these more nuanced confidence assessments you could really fine-tune the training process and help AI learn much faster.
Absolutely.
But wait, you also mentioned something about aligning AI with human values.
Yes.
How does confidence estimation fit into that?
Well, imagine you're trying to train an AI to be more truthful or fair in its responses.
Okay.
You could use those relative confidence judgment to create pairs of responses
Okay.
where one is clearly more truthful or fairer than the other.
So you're essentially showing the AI examples of what you consider good behavior.
Right.
And using its own confidence judgments to reinforce those preferences.
Exactly. It's a way of guiding the AI toward the behaviors we want to see,
Okay.
using its own self-assessment as part of the learning process.
This is all incredibly exciting.
Yeah,
And it feels like we've only just scratched the surface of this whole topic.
I agree.
But before we wrap up,
Sure.
I'd love to hear your take on this.
So,
What stands out to you as the most significant takeaway from all this research?
well, for me, it's the idea that we're not just trying to get an AI to spit out a confidence score.
Right.
It's really about cultivating a genuine sense of self-awareness
Yeah.
within these systems.
Yeah, it's like we're giving AI a voice to tell us,
Exactly.
hey, I'm really good at this, but I'm still learning about that.
Yeah, and by understanding those strengths and weaknesses,
Right.
we can build a much more collaborative and transparent relationship with AI.
Yeah.
We'll know when to trust its judgment implicitly, when to ask for more clarification, and when to bring in human expertise.
We've talked a lot about the potential benefits making AI more trustworthy and reliable,
Yeah.
but I'm also curious about the potential downsides. If AI becomes really good at judging its own confidence, are there any risks we need to be aware of?
That's a great question. And it's important to remember that even with these advancements, AI systems are still going to be fallible.
Right.
They'll make mistakes, and there's always a danger of over-reliance.
So it's not like we can just blindly trust the AI's confidence level, even if it's become much better at self-assessment.
We still need human oversight, critical thinking, and a healthy dose of skepticism.
Okay, so what you're saying is we still need to be thinking critically about these things.
Yes, absolutely.
Okay, what about,
Another potential risk is that AI could become overly cautious.
okay.
If it's constantly second-guessing itself,
Yeah.
it might hesitate to take action or propose solutions,
Yeah.
even when they're warranted.
So it's about finding that sweet spot between confidence and humility.
Precisely. And that's going to be a key challenge as we develop even more sophisticated AI systems.
Right.
How do we empower AI to be confident in its abilities while also acknowledging its limitations and knowing when to defer to human judgment?
This entire deep dive has been incredibly insightful.
It's fascinating research for sure.
It feels like we've uncovered a whole new dimension of AI that goes beyond just performance and accuracy.
Right.
It's about understanding the inner workings of AI, its self-perception, and how that shapes its interactions with the world.
I think that's a great way to put it.
Before we go, I want to leave our listeners with a final thought to ponder.
Okay.
We've seen how relative confidence estimation can make AI more self-aware and trustworthy.
Yeah.
But what if we push that even further?
Mm-hmm.
What if we start thinking about AI not just as a tool, but as a collaborator with its own sense of agency and responsibility?
Yeah.
How would that change our interactions and expectations?
That's a great question.
It's something to chew on as we enter this new era of intelligent machines.
I agree.
Thanks for joining us in this episode of The Deep Dive. We'll see you next time.